it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new Cabana Club collection by Colourpop. Now, this is an Ulta exclusive collection, so far it's only available at Ulta. So at some point it may release on Colourpop's website, but at this point it is not. So the collection included a 12-pan eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. Isn't she pretty? And this retails for $18. Colourpop is cruelty-free. It doesn't have an expiration date. There were 3 Bff Gel Cream Eyeliners. These are the shades. I picked those up. There were also some blushes and some lippies, but I didn't grab those. And the Bff Gel Cream Eyeliners, if you've watched me, you know that they're some of my favorite eyeliners. So I went ahead and picked those up. And those retail for $7 each. So let's start off by swatching her out, because isn't she beautiful? And before we jump in, let's talk about this packaging. This is stunning. So the packaging for the most part is that soft touch matte, which I love the way that feels. And then it's got the embossed gold, and then it does have some of the hibiscus flowers are shiny. So it definitely gives a beautiful, beautiful look. So 12 shades, $18. I don't find that to be bad, and Colourpop typically has pretty good quality. So the first shade in here is High Season, which is a champagne shimmer. And then we have the shade Rattan, so like the wicker stuff, like what some of the furniture stuff's made out of, which is like a warm nude. Now I know that doesn't show up much, but I mean, that's pretty much my skin tone. Then we have the shade Bikini, which is a matte, that's kind of a cool tone, I think, pink. I don't know, looks like Neapolitan ice cream now from swatching it out. But I do like these shades. Then we have Cool Off, which is a shimmering aqua. Isn't that beautiful shade? I love that color. Then we have Go Bananas, which is a yellow matte. And then we have Copa Cutie, which is a coral shimmer. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so those are the first 6 shades. Then we have the shade Limelight, which is a warm gold. So you can see, like, champagne is more of a cool toned, and then Limelight is more warm tone. Then we have Bahama Mama. That's a pretty color. So that's like a warm tangerine shimmer. This palette has 5 shimmers and 7 mattes. Then we have Take It Easy, which to me, this is what we would consider a Texas orange, so it looks like UT's orange shade. Then we have Throw Shade, which is a deep brown matte. Then we have Cha Cha Cha, which is a warm purple. And last but not least, we have the shade Pool Party. That is a beautiful color. Look at that. Pool Party is not navy, but it is a deep blue, but there's a brightness there. Y'all, I cannot wait to get this on my eyeballs. So I have already primed my eyes with the NARS Smudge Proof or Budge Proof eyeshadow primer in the shade Light. So I am excited to play. But yeah, I saw this and I did order the Lush palette as well, the Lush Life, or I don't remember what they called it, but it's the one that Colourpop did. So I am excited. This one is more neutral leaning. Now I'll probably play with more of the colorful shades today, but I think that the palette altogether as a whole is so, so pretty. Like, I don't know, Colourpop I hadn't bought from in a while. I can't think of the last thing I bought. Probably something Disney or Hello Kitty, I don't remember. But their 2 summer collections have been cute. So I think I'm gonna go into the shade Bikini first, and we're gonna kind of use that as our transition shade. Picks up nicely on the brush. This is a BK Beauty 201. Look how easy, like that just goes on so easy and just blends out. I don't know. Y'all, you know, Colourpop releases way too much. Let's definitely say that. But their quality for the most part has, I mean, most things that I've gotten from Colourpop, I have liked. Other than the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I did not like that. But, you know, everybody's different when it comes to skin. And yes, my skin, this is not liking me. It's that time of the month, and that's when I typically have breakouts, and yeah, my skin does not like me today, so I figured I would address it before anybody asks. So that's where we are. But see how easily that just blended out? I mean, come on now. It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, it just really doesn't. I like the way that that looks. Okay. So now we need to go into something a little bit more. So I'm going to take, this is a BK Beauty 203, and we're going to go into Cha Cha Cha, which is that warm purple that definitely pulls pink. So I'm going to bring this into the crease. I'm not sure how far I'm going to bring it in yet. Kind of just depends on how I'm feeling and what everything looks like. But I'm probably going to bring it in about halfway, if I had to guess. But isn't that just lovely? That is so pretty. So, I do have lots of palettes coming in. Part of the thing is, like, sometimes it takes so long for stuff to ship that, yeah. We know the problems with shipping right now. I hope that that goes back to normal soon. So there we go. And blend you out. There we go. Okay, so there is Cha Cha Cha. I'm going to take, this is my BK Beauty 201 that I used originally, and I'm just going over to make sure all the edges are blended nice and smooth. Okay, so need another little brush. We're going to grab this. This is a Sigma E33, so as you can see, it's a small little pointed fluffy brush. We're going to go into Pool Party, that navy. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a bit of fallout, so I would recommend, if you're going to use this shade, either one, have a lot of loose powder under your eyes to catch fallout, or do your eyes first. That's really pretty though. Like, that color is just stunning, stunning. It's a very unique shade, or at least it feels unique to me. Like, I don't think I have anything that's identical to it. And it does give this brightness. It feels very tropical, don't you think? I think it feels very tropical. Which I love a good tropical drink. Margaritas are like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. What are y'all's favorite drinks? Let me know in the comments. I need to know if there's anything that I need to try. I mean, and I'll be honest, like, don't drink a whole lot. I'm taking and going back over it with Cha 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 to make sure the purple really shows. And as you can see, those colors blend together like so beautifully. Because I want the blue, that Pool Party shade, to show, but I don't want it to be like the whole look, I guess is the best way to put it. So, just gonna touch up a little bit of the Pool Party on the edges. So far, I like how that blended together, and that gives a good, smooth, soft gradient. See what I'm saying? Like, that blended really, really well. But again, the Colourpop does do that right. I mean, I've always had amazing luck with their eyeshadows. Okay, so I'm gonna take, this is the Too Faced Glitter Glue, not Too Faced, this is NYX. This is what I use every single time I do a shimmer on my lid. Always. always and forever. So this is a Sigma E55. This works really good for when you're using to blend out and to apply shimmers to blend out your glitter glue. Now, I always use the glitter glue with shimmers. That's up to you whether you think you need to use it or not, but I always use a glitter glue. So, but yeah, this is a neutral palette with a few pops of color. It's got the blue, pop of orange, and pop of purple. So now we're going into Cool Off, which is the aqua shade that I cannot wait to get onto my eyeballs. You are beautiful, aren't you? That's a beautiful color. Hopefully by now you'll know I talk to myself and talk to my makeup, but you know, maybe you don't. I do. Hi, my name's Betsy and I have issues. I like to talk to inanimate objects. I talk to myself quite a bit. But I guess that's what makes me a YouTuber, because I talk to myself all the time. Okay, that is beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm going to take my BK Beauty 201 and I'm going to go over and diffuse the edges, make sure everything's nice and blended, because that's what we always do. I'm going to go back in with the brush that had the Cha-Cha shade on it and make sure that that edge looks good. And then I'm going to take just the tiniest little bit of Pool Party and go over the edge of Cool Off as well. So see how it just kind of blends in there and into the edge. Okay, now let's apply Cool Off to the other lid. It's so pretty. It's such a pretty color. As I said, I'm sure I have this in my collection. It may not be identical, but it's still really pretty. I love good blues. Now, blues are not always my favorite on my eyeballs. I like greens and purples, but you know, sometimes I want to do a blue look. But I think neutrals, greens, and purples are probably some of my favorites. Like if I'm gonna play with color, that's typically where I land. Okay, so that is done. I'm gonna take the BK Beauty 201, go over my edges, make sure it's all blended. Gonna grab my BK Beauty 203. We're going to take and replace Cha-Cha into the crease. Okay, see how pretty that looks? And now last but not least, I'm grabbing the E33 again, and we're gonna take Pool Party. There we go, and fade it in. There we go. So this is the tops of the eyes done. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face. We'll come back and do the lower lash line and talk about my thoughts on the palette. So I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I used the Juvia's Place bronzer in medium. I bought this at Ulta yesterday too. First time using it, looks really good. I am using the Tearing Up My Heart blush from Colourpop. This is from their collection last year. Just a good nude blush. And for highlighters, I use the Colourpop Dr. Facilier highlight. And on my lips, I chose Pat McGrath Labs Lip Gloss in Flesh Fantasy, which is one that I love. So let's swatch out these eyeliners and choose a liner so we can finish off this look. So there are 3 shades in this collection. There's a blue, a pink, a blue, a coral, and a purple. The blue is called Crystal Crush. So let's swatch her out. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. Matches the lids. May do that one. Then we have the At Sunset. So this is the coral shade. I should have opened these up first, but I didn't. And the packaging is super cute. Ooh, I like that color too. Now, I don't think that goes with this look, but I do love that color. And then last but not least is Plum Splash. So this is the purple shade. Again, like, I am expecting good things from these because I have so many of them and they've always been, they've done me right. And I love that on the lid it has the hibiscus flower. That is one of my favorite things. That's like my favorite flowers. I love it. Anything plumeria or hibiscus. So that's what it looks like. I used to have hibiscus trees. I have a dog and she dug them up. So I don't have them anymore, but I love them. And the last time we were at Disney, I bought some plumeria to plant. I still have not planted it because we had hurricanes right before and right after, but that's the shade Plum Smash in my waterline. I think that looks really pretty with this look. Now, I know I'm not using the most colors out of the palette, but you know, there's a lot of neutrals in here. So I'm gonna go in first with the Cha 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 shade, which is that purple. And we're gonna apply that under the eye. Such a beautiful shade. And tell me this color story does not remind you of a tropical vacation. And like, this would be the type of palette, like if I were going to fly, that I would choose to fly with, so hopefully it wouldn't get broken. I typically, if I have to fly, I don't like flying, I will choose a inexpensive palette to go with. So I'm gonna take, and I'm dusting it off. This is the Pool Party shade, that deepest blue, and I'm just applying that on the outer crease of the lid, of the lower lid. Lower lash line, not a lid, lash line. Blend it out. I really do like this look though, y'all. I think it looks super pretty. Okay, so for inner corner, we're gonna choose a shade to go with. And we're gonna go in with High Season, which is that champagne shimmer. We're gonna apply that, oh yeah. That makes a beautiful inner corner. That would also make a beautiful highlight too. For the face, just in case you're wondering, we might add a little bit of that. Okay, so I toned it down there, but I am gonna grab, this is a highlight brush. This is the Spectrum A30. And we're gonna go into that High Season. Ooh, see what that does? She pretty, but we need to soften her up a little bit. Take away the edge just a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. Okay, so I think this is kind of the completed look. So I used 5 shades out of 12. I will continue to do looks with it, probably not on camera. I might do another look on camera with it, but I will gonna give you a full review over this. But I mean, I think it's a beautiful palette. I think the look that I created is amazing. I think that, I mean, pretty much what's left in here is neutral shades. So I don't know if I need to do every, you know what I'm saying? But I do think that it is a great quality palette. And the liners, I absolutely love. I mean, the liners, and if you've never seen, like, once they're on and they're dry, like, they ain't budging. They don't go nowhere. You can kind of scrub on them and they don't go anywhere. The Colourpop Bff Gel Cream Eyeliners are like my favorite product from them. And I think that this palette is beautiful. It's great quality. So if you're looking for a neutral palette with some pop, this might be the palette for you. It's extremely affordable. I think it's beautiful. But the liners, these are the clear winner for me. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I guess that's it, so we'll see y'all later. Bye.